All right, let's do that better one more time because I realized that setting this up again, I had it set to the wrong mic. Things happen. I don't mind making mistakes. Okay, so I just got done with the last little bit of an announcement of how underwriting really works. If I was able to rename life insurance contracts and to have them renamed by not by what it is, but more by the function and the benefits of these contracts, what would I rename them to? And I was thinking about this because I talked about a contract. Actually, I talked about life insurance being wealth contracts. And that was a pretty good term. I'm pretty happy with myself on that. But what about some of the other contracts that don't function the same way? And so I was just giving that some thought. And I thought, well, term insurance can be an estate creation contract. Well, what does that really mean? Well, it means that you can set up a trust, essentially, because life insurance is a trust because it's a contract. And you're saying that for 20 years, let's say it's a 20-year term, I'm going to put in a few pennies compared to the death benefit. And if something were to happen to me during this term, then I want the insurance company to fund my estate. So it will create an estate for my loved ones, which are named as beneficiaries of the contract. Term is an estate creation contract. So stop calling it term insurance. Let's help you create an estate when you're not here. And of course, term is very good for when because it's inexpensive, because especially when you're younger, and it's inexpensive when you need it the most. When bills are high, life is still getting going. You're maybe freshly married, new kid or kids that are here. You need term insurance to help create that estate should something happen to you, heaven forbid. Okay, but what else? And I began to think, well, not all life insurance contracts are funded to the maximum limits as allowed by the current tax law. Sometimes the whole goal is we want the death benefit to last as long as possible, but I want to pay as little as I need to get away with in order to have that death benefit happen. And the reasons for that can be very different. For example, let's suppose that I wanted to spend all my other assets, my 401k, spend the equity in my home, spend out my brokerage accounts, spend out all my other assets, whatever it is, and I want my life insurance to replace those assets when I pass. That could then be considered a wealth replacement contract or a wealth replenishment contract, because you're using it to replenish and replace the values you spent. And of course, at that point, we're not looking to spend cash values in that contract. We just want the lowest cost, maximum coverage for the time for a given amount of premium. So that would be another way to go. What else could that be used for? That could be used for a business situation. Business life insurance is not an area that I specialize in yet, but think about when you have a buy-sell agreement. Well, maybe you don't call it a buy-sell agreement anymore. Maybe we need to call it a business integration and estate transfer agreement. Okay, I'm getting technical, but using different words and language to talk about what it is we're really doing. We want to keep the business intact, but we also don't want the surviving spouse to be left to the wind either. So you have a business integration preservation contract. All you have to do is use words a little bit more creatively. But of course, you got to use it and have it funded properly, have the documents well drafted and checked by, the attorneys and the underwriting committee, all that stuff. Okay. I've already talked about what a maximum funded contract is, which is essentially it's a trust, so to speak, governed by federal and state laws. It's funded for a certain amount. You're able to use the properties of the contract to help you to accomplish what you're looking for. But you're funding it to the maximum levels, and we're utilizing the tax laws, the contract laws to get what we want out of that. It's an economic play on that. I thought, what about an annuity? What would an annuity contract be like? And I thought, well, a fixed indexed annuity could also be another form of wealth preservation contract, or maybe it's a retirement preservation contract. with certain annuities, especially if they're fixed annuities or fixed indexed annuities, you have principal protections. So we're preserving that wealth for what? For the retirement, for passing on to the next generation, whatever it is that the purpose is. If we can creatively yet compliantly rename our contracts to show what they're trying to accomplish more than what they are, I think we're going to have a better way of communicating our value to the public. And it's okay. I believe it's perfectly fine to say we work with life insurance, but not the way you think. We use the tax code or we use the contract language of life insurance to help our clients to, and you fill in the blank, whatever it is you're trying to do. We use life insurance to keep businesses intact and help widows of the business owners to continue to live a life of dignity. Whatever that may be, you want to talk about what our results are, what we're trying to help people accomplish, not saying, well, you're just trying to sell me life insurance. No, I'm trying to help you understand that these economic contracts have a huge, unique benefit. And if I can help you to understand what that benefit is to solve the problems that you may not realize you really have, wouldn't that be a conversation worth having? So I was just thinking about other names, other ways to phrase what our contracts can do by the results that we want, not just, well, here's a different life insurance policy. This policy does this. This policy does that. No. We have a lot of different life insurance out there, but the one I'm thinking about is the estate creation contract. Let me share with you how that works. And you're just rephrasing it and you're awakening the person's mind to a different concept. I think a lot of times when someone says, I already have life insurance, they're thinking like, well, check, I got that at work. I think my employer's supposed to take care of everything for me. Therefore, they made life insurance available. Check, done. No, that's not what it is. Everybody has different situations. And if we can help people to see the problems and then help people understand that there is a solution and we have a contract for that, and we can show them how that works. So there's just some ruminating thoughts, and it wouldn't leave my mind this morning. So I'm like, okay, let's get this out there and someone can benefit from it. So anyway, until the next time that I have something that I can't get out of my head until I talk about it, catch you next time, and stay safe and be well and serve the client. And clients, hopefully that you are engaging with a professional who can truly help you to maximize your potential and remove your barriers that keep you from those the harmful things that keep you from having that potential in your lives. Talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.